good one.
You first.
Hold on. This is the face one, right? Oh yeah, it's continuing to get worse.
I can see your eyes, man. You're starting to cry. What the?
Who goes first, Mr. Brian?
Me? All right. Do you want? So I'll ask the question. We'll eat the wings. Is this how we do this?
Sounds good.
Left to
Doing
right.
our first ever unofficial Hot Ones challenge. 'Cause we can't call it Hot Ones challenge, so I'll bleep that out and call it something else.
Well, I
maybe.
think this is more just an appreciation of what they do.
Very much an appreciation and homage, if you will,
Yeah.
to Hot Ones. Both big fans of the show.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do our best to do them proud. We do have, like, Chicky Nuggies, kind of in honor of Baby Yoda. more so than Hot Wings, but I don't know. I think this might be worse because we have more. Do we have to eat the whole thing? Or
I'm going to try to for as
right.
many wings as I can get, and
All
then
right.
we'll see how it goes from there. I have a feeling when I get to about the back 4 or 5
it
here,
might be a little nibble or
it
something.
might change things up for me a
All
little
right.
bit. Yeah, we'll see how
We'll
it
do
goes.
our best, and we're gonna say right away that like it's okay if you need water.
I'm gonna take
You're
a drink
already
right
going
now.
for it. I'm gonna go for some water. I'll wait as long as I can on the milk.
I'm going to wet the whistle and then try to go as long as I can.
I was
without it.
dumb and had a bunch of spicy food yesterday, so.
So let's, if I could here, let's talk about that. So spicy food. How are you with?
I love spicy food.
All right.
Yeah.
I go to a
Very
Thai
good.
restaurant and I ask them to give me what they give a baby.
Okay.
So,
Like a 0 stars.
0 star.
Okay.
Yeah, as little as possible. So this is going to be grueling for me.
The Thai restaurant I used to go to all the time, the most they did was 5 stars, and for me, they would make 10 star. So that's what I used to do. So if I look bad or I fail at this, I'm gonna be ashamed.
Why did I sign up for this? I look tiny compared to
This was
you.
your idea, wasn't it?
And yeah, it probably was. And then on top of that, I'm also going to look like a giant man-child, like
You
crying
might,
over
but
these wings.
if you do better than me,
I doubt that's going to happen.
it's gonna, I'm supposed to be the spice guy.
Are we going to try
so
to outman each other the whole
I know,
time?
I know.
Like, not making faces?
We're not gonna
No?
alpha
All
each
right.
other. If it hurts, it hurts.
All right.
All right.
I'm
so
ready.
do you want me to ask you a question first, or do you want to go? You want to ask?
It's your
me
show,
first?
man. However you want to do it.
My show.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll ask you first. Let's
All right.
see what I've got some.
Should we eat the wing first and then go?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's eat the wings
So
and
we
then,
both.
and then
all
we'll
right.
ask the questions.
My left. I don't want to start on the
No.
hottest one.
Yeah, red
All
means
right.
death.
Here we go.
All right, the classic.
First one, classic. Like most people say, it's good.
That's good. And this is the garlic Fresno.
Very good flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to eat the whole one. We're gonna try to make sure we don't touch our faces.
I'm going to do separate napkins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tears and snot.
Yep.
Sauce.
Right is tears and snot. Left is sauce. All right, you ready for your question? I'm going to
do this.
continue eating.
Let's do this.
First question I have for you. What's the strangest thing that's ever happened to you during the times you worked the night shift at Denny's?
Yeah. So a lot. So I worked there back when it was the only 24-hour joint in town. Bar Rush would come in. I'd say the strangest thing overall was a man walking and urinating outside the window. He was in the parking lot and he was just going.
There you go.
Yeah, in front of an entire packed
going for
restaurant.
it.
I have been flashed. I have broken up fights. I have stopped people from being stabbed. I have walked into bathrooms that are full of things that you should put into a receptacle, and they didn't make it.
So what you're saying is Denny's workers deserve more prestige than they
you
get,
would think so.
probably.
Well, I mean, you kind of sign up for it, right? It's part of the job. I think it's the graveyard shift that's the worst.
Right.
I'd say the man urinating whilst walking was probably the worst one.
Were his pants down or up?
They were like just under the groin line, so
Okay.
kind of top thigh. He didn't make it all the way down.
Kind of like when people wear masks and it's like
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
out.
He
Okay.
chin strapped it.
That was
Yeah.
a good
Yeah.
visualization.
Not so good. All right.
All right.
Question
now,
for you.
we're gonna eat the next wing.
Are we gonna
before
do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
We've done this before. You can tell.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the. I can't pronounce that. Cantina Royale.
Tamula Pica.
Yeah. So these are the season 11 sauces.
Mm-hmm. Cantina Royale brand, sweet tamarino, and smoky chili hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. A little more.
I can feel
You're
this
feeling
one.
it.
That's not a good thing. The flavor is good though. It's sweet
Very good.
in a way that you wouldn't expect. But all right, what BJJ legend, dead or alive, would you like to take a private lesson with?
That's a good one. You know, I've had the great fortune of training with a lot of people who are considered legends in jiu-jitsu. Somebody who I haven't had the opportunity to do a lesson with, who's still very much alive, is Rickson Gracie. And he's somebody within the jiu-jitsu community that is highly regarded as one of the best jiu-jitsu practitioners ever. So I think I would do a private lesson with Rickson Gracie. I may still one day have that opportunity.
Yeah.
And since he's still around and still doing very well, it's a matter of if I can afford the lesson or not. 'Cause I hear they're pretty expensive, and I hear he doesn't, at his seminars, he doesn't allow people to take notes or record or anything like that. So it's like
So it's one-on-one.
super top secret.
Yeah. Well, that's still cool.
You
that
have to
got the
make
option
sure
to
you
do it.
remember it because he's only going to show you there and you can't write it down. You can't.
All
It's
that
kind of
money.
like burning the note afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Secret mission type of
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, I think Rickson Gracie would be somebody I would love to do a lesson with.
Awesome.
For sure. All right, let's see here. So we got our third
The Fiji Fire.
Fiji Fire Native Bongo Chili Hot Sauce.
Yes.
Yes.
I've never had it before.
Here we go.
Okay, cheers. I'm trying not to get any on the mustache.
Good. Not as definitely taste the chili more. It's not as sweet as the last one.
Yeah, for sure. It kind of creeps up on the back end there a
A
little
little bit in the back of the throat.
bit. Yeah. I'm glad I'm hungry because I'm just going to keep eating.
Got me on the way down there. All right, so question number 2 for you. You have 2 little girls, my lovely nieces. One who is 4 and one who is 7. What's the strangest habit you've picked up since becoming a dad?
The strangest habit I've picked up since becoming a dad? Oh, man. That's a good one. I feel like my wife's going to say something different, but I think the strangest habit I've probably picked up is I don't know. I've always done voices, but I do a lot of voices for my kids all the time, and I think they hate it, but I just do it anyway because I like my 4-year-old. She'll walk around the house pretending she's a character from some show all day long.
Yeah.
You know, and it just rubs off on me a little
Yeah.
bit. And so I'll start doing it too. And then they were just like, Dad, just stop.
It's not cool when
Just
you
stop.
do it, right?
You know, like I'll read stories to them and I'll keep, you know, reading them in character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing a poor job, I'm sure, but they'll just consistently ask me to just quit doing it.
So what you're saying is they're getting Audible without having to be on Audible. Like
Yeah,
you're
but
doing
like-
all the voices for them.
like really bad Audible, like, you know, something that came with
level budget
Yeah.
Audible.
like the book you get on like Windows 98, you know, or
Like the generic cereal brand.
yeah,
of
or really
Audible.
old anime from the 70s with terrible voice acting. Yeah, that's probably what they're getting.
I bet you they like it.
I feel bad for them.
I bet you that looking back, they will appreciate everything you put into that.
I hope so. I mean, you know, it's one of those things that I hope they look back on it and appreciate that I was trying, even though
Definitely.
I'm poorly doing it. But you know, it's just
It's the
making
effort
memories.
that counts, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're doing good so far. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
People in the background that haven't eaten any of these are dying.
They're making a ton
Just
of
from
noise.
breathing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I
It's
feel
all right.
like we're doing okay so far.
I feel like in the real show too, they have people laughing and stuff in the background at them. So
Yeah.
it's not
Our
that.
production crew, you know,
Yeah.
they're back there cracking up. All right, we ready for are we already on our fourth one?
We're at number 4, man.
What do we got next?
We're on the mustard, the Scotch bonnet mustard.
Says hot sauce very boldly on the label.
See, this is where I start to get, because I know what a Scotch bonnet is, and I know I don't want to eat
And
it.
I don't want to know.
And I'm only number 4, and I'm already starting to get
All
weird.
right, and then you get to
Yeah.
ask me
Let's do
another
it.
one.
All right.
Good so far.
I like the mustard base.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good change up.
Definitely sweeter than the last one.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I shouldn't say it, but it doesn't taste very hot.
I was gonna say, kind of up there in my favorite ones we've had so far.
Yeah.
Pretty
Taste wise, it's good.
Yeah.
All right. So we've all been living under quarantine,
Yes.
and it's been difficult for everyone. If you could only have one video game to play during all of quarantine, what would it be?
One video game to play. Oh man, that's a hard one. Like a modern game, or just out of any of them.
Any game.
For me, probably like the original Halo.
Yeah.
I think the original Halo, because
cut.
not only, you know, I mean, Halo had the great single player. When you started getting into the second Halo and everything, you had your amazing multiplayer. Like, they
Yeah.
revolutionized a lot of stuff with that. I remember playing the multiplayer with my friend for hours and hours and hours. So I think I would say, like, stuff within the Halo franchise.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything within the Halo franchise for me would be something I could be happy playing.
I don't know if you feel the same way about this, but I remember distinctly from Halo being one of the first games where the soundtrack carried in
Yes.
from stage to stage.
Yeah,
So
and I remember having bought the bonus edition, like the special edition, and it came with, I believe it came with like a DVD. All the making of stuff, because
Yeah.
like so many years in production and this highly anticipated thing. And I remember they talked a lot about their emphasis on the sound design
yeah.
and the music and everything. Very similar to like Star Wars, like
Mhm.
the music of Star Wars, the different characters having their own theme and everything.
Yeah.
All the characters in Halo have their own themes, and
Right.
it really followed that same pattern.
Yeah, it was just it's something that stood out to me with that game.
Yeah.
It's a good choice because I had a lot of good times.
Yeah, and I could get a lot of replay out of it, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of playability, playing it
Yeah.
over and over. So
good one.
that was a very good question. So let's see.
I wrote it myself.
Now, yeah. Came up with all of these questions ourselves. All right. We have the Los Calientes.
Los Calientes. Yeah. So I have to confess, I have
And
had
that last one kind of came
Came
got
back.
a little worse
Came back
afterwards.
around.
Yeah.
I've had the original Los Calientes,
Okay.
not the Rojo.
Now, what's the difference? Is this one supposed to be hotter, or
I think on the Scoville scale, it's a slight bit hotter. It's mainly just that it's made with red chilies instead of
Okay.
green. So the regular Los Calientes is a green
cool?
sauce.
All right.
All right.
Cheers. Boom.
Cheers.
Yeah, this is kind of
Floppy.
cheers.
You're I stand at attention a little better than
Yeah,
you do.
it's well, blood flow.
Yeah? All right,
All
cool.
Good so far.
Another good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm enjoying about these. They've all had like real good flavor to them.
Yeah.
Not just hot for the sake of being hot.
I feel like until we get
Mm-hmm.
here. You know,
That's the anticipation.
yeah.
Definitely like more spice on the back end on this one. A little quicker than the last one.
Actually,
Yeah,
I just
see?
got it.
Yeah.
I just got it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So While that's kicking in over there,
Mm-hmm.
question number 3 for me. I have mine numbered. I had a particular order I wanted to ask them in. I know you're trying to get me because you want to coordinate them with the sauce
Oh, I got a
level.
specific. I think when we get to maybe the back four,
Yeah.
we should each ask each other something because
Just start asking me like sad questions
I
because
don't-
then it'll be like I'm already crying from the
Yeah.
sauce.
yeah, I just
So-
don't want to be the one that ends up having to cry through answering a question while you get to sit there in silence.
Uh-huh.
So I think to be fair, when we get here, we should probably ask each other questions.
Well, I mean,
sauce.
we're what? Like, we're in.
We're
We're
in
in deep. We're halfway.
we're in the yeah. All right.
All right. Your love for the Vancouver Canucks is pretty deep.
Mm-hmm.
If you could assemble a dream team from throughout Canucks history, who would be on that team?
Okay. So if we're just talking about
I know very little about hockey.
right.
I used to collect hockey cards
Yeah.
around the time that I was a big card collector, so I might know some of the names that you say, but I'm not going to be deeply familiar with their
Sure.
career or anything like
It's
that.
all good. Yeah. So I'll just do the starting lineup, right? So we'll start with 2 defensemen, 3 forwards, and a
All right.
goaltender, right? So I think in goal, I'd have to immediately go with Roberto Luongo. Even though he didn't perform as well as he could have in Game 7 in 2011, I'd start with him in goal.
And is he still playing now?
No,
Or-
he's
okay.
recently retired as a
Okay.
couple years ago.
Yeah, because I'm not familiar with like any of the modern players.
Most
so-
of these guys will be retired.
Okay.
I think on defense, I'd probably have to go with Quinn Hughes on defense. He's a modern player, young kid. He's only played 1 year in the NHL. And
Okay.
he's just freaking great. And then let's see. On the other side, it's between. I'll say, just because I love his shot, is Sammy Salo. Not the best defenseman necessarily, but he's a favorite of mine. And then for forwards, I'd have to go with Trevor Linden. And it's tough to split them up, but I would probably take Henrik Sedin and then Marcus Naslund.
Okay.
And that would round out my top 6.
Since I do not recognize any of those names,
Mm-hmm.
and I am in a martial art where we fight, we grapple.
Yeah.
Coached a lot of MMA fighters over the years. People have been in the UFC. I have to ask, out of all those people you named, who would you pick if you needed somebody
None of
to
those are fighters.
have your side?
None of them
the
are
fight?
fighters,
All
yeah.
of them together?
Well, because you got to
Maybe
think.
all of them together could provide enough backup.
Well, definitely the Sedin. Henrik is not going to fight at all. I'd say maybe Sammy Salo, but he's made of glass, really.
Okay.
So
Damn.
if I was just to say pure fighter, I'd go Gino Ojic.
So these guys are skill, like
All
technicians.
skill guys. Yeah.
Very much like jiu-jitsu practitioners, more about technique.
Yeah.
So these guys are focused on the technique, and then you got
Right.
kind of your crew on the team that's more roughing
Yeah.
people
So-
up. And
Briefly into hockey, so you roll different pairings, right? Four offensive lines. You roll 3 defensive pairings. So your top guys aren't your fighters. Those
Right.
are your guys that are going to score you points. They're going to give the other team trouble with their skill.
yeah,
You put the fighters on the bottom lines, your 4th line guys. They're not necessarily known for scoring goals.
Right.
They're for making sure the other guys, if they get cute with one of your star players, pays for it.
Okay.
That's what their job is.
Okay.
It's kind of a dying
so there's
breed in
some
the league.
strategy to it
Yeah.
a little bit.
You ever
too.
seen the movie Goon?
No.
If you haven't seen Goon, it's
Okay.
a great film. Don't go into expecting too much, but just, good way to waste some time.
Learn
on
a little bit
on
about
Friday.
hockey and the
It's about a guy
process.
who can't play hockey, but he can fight, and he makes his way through the minors, and it's a good watch. So
Like Happy Gilmore.
yeah.
Couldn't play hockey, but
Except
he could
it's
play golf.
All hockey without the golf part. Yeah.
Awesome. And now we are to our. We're already on our 6th one.
We're on the back half.
Hot. Well, it says it's hot Thai green.
sauce. This is the one that looks like something my kids
From the
put in a
diaper
diaper.
day.
Yeah.
All right.
definitely seen a few of those.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna scoop.
I'm not
some
gonna
out there.
cheers. I don't want you to
Yeah, make
make
fun of your.
my big flaccid.
I think it's how you're holding it,
chicken.
man. All right.
Pretty mild to start.
Mm-hmm. It's got
Getting
lemongrass,
tangier now.
cilantro, basil.
Vinegar?
Yeah.
I'm tasting some vinegar.
It's a vinegar-based sauce.
Mm-hmm. That's the main thing I'm tasting right now is like the vinegar.
I think that the vinegar almost makes the spiciness worse.
Mm-hmm. It opens everything up.
Yeah. I think it's what helps open your nose up, which I just had that happen.
Yeah.
And it
See, this is how, just so everybody watching this knows, like, he's not a spicy food guy, but how I got into spicy food, I hated spicy food growing up and most of my adult life, but then I realized with having sinus problems my whole life, it actually very much is beneficial for me to have spicy food because it opens everything up. I have a real bad deviated septum, and they said this side, the opening up in there is like the size of the end of a pin.
Yeah,
like the end
we're
of a
the
needle.
same way.
Yeah, so we're septum brothers as well as brother-in-laws. But
we should get little bracelets made.
Yeah. So I got into spicy food because I wanted my nose to be open. You know, that's how I got hooked.
Because I hate snot
Yeah.
rolling down my face. I don't like sweating in my clothes when I'm not working out. That's I kind of avoid it because then there's what happens on the other side.
The back end, literally and figuratively.
I'm not really that worried about today.
No,
I'm worried about
tomorrow.
Sunday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's really what I'm most concerned about.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go sit on a donut at work.
Orange creamsicle.
Yeah, but I'm not sure I want to put it in that end. All right. Oh, so I was supposed to ask you a question on this one, right? Yeah, sorry.
I'm waiting.
All right.
Making sure our audio is good.
All right.
If people see me glancing over here, I'm making sure.
We got a high-tech operation.
We don't want to do all this work.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It's just, I tried to talk and it just came back up. All right, so you're a Star Wars fan.
Yes.
Who's the better Mandalorian? Din Djarin or Boba Fett?
Man, I don't know when I'm putting this video out, so I will say spoiler warning, but if you're a real fan, you've already seen the newest episode of The Mandalorian, and I think it cements Boba Fett.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go the other way, honestly.
I think it cements Boba Fett. Like, think about it. Right now, what we've seen so far with Mando, like, he's had his moments, but he's not the greatest fighter. He, like, ends up in these situations where he's having to get saved a lot.
Beat up by Jawas.
Which I
love that, by the way.
He was going to get killed by the Mudhorn if Baby Yoda didn't save him in the first season.
Yeah.
Like, he's sad Bo-Katan came in and saved him. He would have been a goner a lot of times if it wasn't for other people coming in and saving him. Now, granted, Boba Fett had his goofy moment.
He did get knocked
Return
into
of
a
the Jedi,
Sarlacc
gets knocked into the Sarlacc.
by a blind man. Yeah.
By a blind man. But he survived.
He did.
Now he's all disfigured and
Yeah.
he wants his armor.
I love
want my armor.
It's just cool to see Tamara Morrison kind of come back and play.
It was amazing.
That character again.
So for me now, like I was telling Amy, I said, because her complaint with Boba Fett is like, he's really never done anything that great to have all this fan following. Like, he's cool looking, but I was like, after you watch this episode,
well, watching him crush skulls with the gaffy sticks.
Boba Fett,
pretty
seeing
awesome.
him use one of the Tusken Raiders weapons
Yeah.
and like wrecking shop like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Boba Fett just because if I was somebody more from the newer generation of Star Wars, like prequels and on person, but since I was born when the first Star Wars came out and saw Empire in the theater with my mom as a little kid, I gotta go with Boba Fett.
Solid choice.
But there's a lot of great Mandalorians now. I mean, you turned me on to the cartoons and Clone Wars and Rebels and stuff. So, like, there's so many we could pick from that are just amazing.
Yeah, those shows are underrated. I mean,
and I don't think there's any answer there that's bad. Honestly, there's like so many strong characters, and like maybe my answer would be different if I hadn't just watched that episode 3 times.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Boba.
I kind of want to watch it later tonight, actually.
I
so.
do too.
All right, so
We're on. We just did that.
We're on
one.
Stargazer.
Stargazer.
All right.
I like the name.
I feel like this is where the pain starts.
I like the logo. It kind of looks like a little alien.
Scotch bonnet and ghost pepper.
Now you said Scotch bonnet. That was in
the
that
mustard
one,
back here,
and that worried you. But that one wasn't that bad. Now I feel like I'm jinxing us.
We're talking ghost pepper here, and I'm starting to get a little.
Yeah. Well, let's just do what they say.
So I feel like we should ask each other questions.
You know how you eat an elephant?
Because I don't want
one bite at a time. So we just have to start. So let's just do it.
All right.
You're wanting to ask questions.
We should ask each other
at the same time.
No, one after the other. I think.
Okay.
But each wing, because again, yeah.
So we're not waiting to go to the next wing.
How about with this? How about we take a bite of half of it?
Oh, you were worried about eating the whole thing.
I don't want to be the person that has to answer this long-winded question.
All right.
In the middle of the bomb. Well, you get to just ask it to me and then sit there and watch me squirm.
All right.
I'm terrified of that being the case.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we're both. So what are we doing? You're wanting to wait. You want me to ask you your question.
So, like, eat half of it, ask me the question. Eat the other half, I ask you the question.
All right.
Sound fair?
Half.
All right. As you can tell, we clearly decided on this beforehand.
Is all planned.
Yeah. All right.
High level production here.
Okay.
So half.
Half. Which means it's worse because we got to eat the bomb twice.
Mm-hmm. Because we're smart.
No. No one ever accused us of that.
Oh.
We're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and we're not pitching anything. We're getting paid for it.
That's actually really good. I have to say.
Flavor's good.
Does have a little more kick to it.
Definitely
feeling my nose open up more.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm gonna pat myself on the back here.
I'm gonna say I'm impressed for somebody who supposedly doesn't ever do spicy stuff.
I thought I'd been on the water way back here.
All right, but, so before we eat this other half,
yeah,
I'm gonna ask you your next question here, which is, and I clearly did my research.
All right.
I did a real deep dive into your life here.
Oh, boy.
Stuff. In your early 20s, you had a phone that was lucky, and you would win any radio contest you heard.
Yeah.
Can you tell me some of your craziest streaks of luck, and what ones stand out for you? Because I said in my research, I found out that you won like 12 radio contests at one point.
Yeah, it was over the course of like a year and a half.
We're eating the other part, right?
Well, we'll do that right before I ask
I'm going to eat mine now.
You do it now?
Yeah, I'm going to go alpha on you.
That's messed up. All right, I get you. I see.
Well, it was good.
It's cool.
It was good.
Yeah. So I had this phone, this little Sanyo blue flip phone back in like 2003. I'm that old. That seemed like any time I ever called a radio station to win tickets, I would get through. I don't know what it was, but I could literally look at someone and go, "Hey, you want to go to that concert?" Or hit the button when they'd asked for callers, and it would get through like every time.
That's crazy.
So I think the most memorable one for me is the Foo Fighters played a 10th anniversary show in Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh wow!
And,
where the UFO crashed.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so I was just sitting there doing homework one day. I was in college, and it was just. I made the phone call. I was listening to the radio and got through, and I won.
That one gets a lot hotter, by the way.
It does. It's starting to, yeah.
No, I mean after you have the second half.
Oh, you calling me out now? Dang. You're making me so beta here. So, yeah. So we got to. I took my future wife and rode on a private jet. Private plane, but there's other people on it.
That's awesome.
Down to Roswell. Watched them play the show. Got all this free stuff. It was great, They flew us back the same night, 1 o'clock in the morning. Drove home. I was able to let a bunch of my friends meet bands they liked. Go
backstage passes and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You still have the phone?
I do still have the phone.
Nice.
I doubt it works anymore.
Still,
but, yeah,
keep it around. It's like a lucky rabbit's foot or something.
I was so upset to get rid of it because I think it just wouldn't hold a charge or something like that anymore.
Yeah.
And so. I had to get a new one, and after that, it never really worked for me.
Man,
it's terrible.
Terrible.
That one does get hot.
Yeah. It's still getting hotter. It's good.
All right. Who's your biggest BJJ influence that you've not met in real life?
Oh, that I've not met. Ooh. Roger Gracie. Roger Gracie. Yeah, now you're good. Now you're even forgetting. You remember you got the proper towel for your face. Good.
Yeah.
I've got my hand one in my lap here.
It's why I keep my hand here and I keep knocking on the table to remind myself not to use that
Roger Gracie. He's one of the biggest influence on my game, my style of jiu-jitsu being very much about precision, technique, leverage, keeping things pretty simple, like not doing crazy fancy moves, but being so effective with the basic moves that they become advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So he's somebody that I really look up to in that regard, and just the fact that you watch him compete. He hasn't competed for quite a while now. He's somebody that people consider like one of the greatest of all time in the sport of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. But when you watch his competition footage, literally just people know he does the same 3 or 4 things in every match.
Like you know it's coming, but
been
it doesn't
doing
matter.
that since the beginning.
Yeah.
You know he's going to take mount position. You know he's going to do a cross choke. Everybody he's going against knows that. They're all top level guys. He still does it. He still finishes them with it.
It just doesn't matter, yeah.
For years and years and years.
Is that a technique thing then? Is his technique that good that it doesn't matter?
His technique is so good that even though you know it's going to happen, his timing and his follow-up counters to what you can do in response to him doing it are so sharp that most people can't stop it. Very rare for somebody to stop him. There's been a couple of people who he still was able to get mount on, but they fought to the very end to not get choked and survive the match. But
that's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That's a good one.
Pretty cool.
All right.
So
here it is.
Oh, we're on that one already? Oh. All right.
All right, no water yet. I have a feeling that's going to change.
This is very red. We'll just show for the...
Oh, yeah.
That is incredibly red. So I have a feeling that's just pure...
These were...
capsaicin and pain locked up inside a chicky tender here.
It's pretty... you can see little flakes of terrible in there.
It smells like battery acid.
And these were coated. I mean, put into a cup and coated.
Your wife, my lovely sister-in-law, she went the extra mile on this one, and I feel like this the sauce itself is a lot thicker than any of the other sauces, so it really stuck to it. So
do we just keep talking?
I'm now liking your plan to only have half, so let's go.
Half for now, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't want to jinx myself, but it's not as bad as I was imagining.
It tastes terrible.
It tastes horrible.
Oh my god.
It tastes horrible. Which is what everybody says.
The spice right now that's getting me, it
tastes gross, and now it's having that. Yeah. Now it's coming up.
What did I do to you? Why did you put so much on there? I'm trying to
Amy breathed it while she was over here taking pictures, and she's coughing down the hallway now.
It doesn't go away, dude. Like I'm trying not to let it go up my sinuses.
I won't be disappointed in you if you would like some milk now, because I think we're gonna want a little milk before the next.
All right, we got questions. We gotta do them.
Bite of that. That was a good one.
You first.
Hold on. This is the face one, right? Oh yeah, it's continuing to get worse.
I can see your eyes, man. You're starting to cry. What the? I'm trying to stay cool, man, but it just doesn't go away.
Well, I asked the last question, didn't I?
Nope.
Oh no, you did the Roger Gracie one. All right.
I feel like you're doing this on purpose.
Just let the pain wash over you. 5.
Keep laughing.
Your Star Wars collection is extensive.
Uh-huh.
When did you start collecting? And how did your love of Star Wars start?
The love of Star Wars started when I was born in April of '83, so just before Jedi came out. And
I'm going for some milk.
I'm gonna try not to.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you beat me.
So I never saw it in the theater, which is where I'm getting at with that. But I remember they would play them on TV, and my mom always make this big old bucket of popcorn, and they do like these series on like ABC where they play each movie
Right.
on like consecutive days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I just have this great memory of sitting with my brothers and my sister kind of on the floor watching Star Wars. Like I remember watching the trench run and watching the Battle of Hoth and, seeing the scout troopers in Endor and all that. And it started there. The collecting didn't start until I was much older because, for one, I was broke. I was a kid. And even if I did get the toys, my siblings would destroy them.
Right.
I'm a bit of a collector
More
who keeps things
meticulous.
pristine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Milk didn't help.
that's good to know. And so, yeah, I started collecting probably in the latter half of the 90s, probably a year or two before Phantom Menace came out.
Okay.
And it's just been this ever since. I moved from
Since.
toys to, expensive electronics to, replica life-size props and things like that. And so, that's kind of how I got there. We got to eat another half of
want
this.
to do the other half? Mine's still getting worse.
I think I feel like I kind of have to. I talked a big
I feel
talk.
like we have to. Go ahead. Just do it. I've had milk too.
I'm going to ask you yours, then I'm going to eat it.
Okay.
All right. This is a much easier question. Marry, kill. Din Djarin, Iron Man, Dr. Disrespect.
Marry Iron Man. He's filthy freaking rich and a genius.
Smart.
What was the other one? Mando and who?
Dr. Disrespect. You just disrespected Dr. Disrespect.
Feel like I'm having to think about this way longer than I should.
It tastes like someone put dog shit in paint thinner.
Oh
my God.
F Dr. Disrespect, because he's just, the epitome of toxic masculinity. And so that would leave Kill Mando. Have to do it.
Hurts my heart.
Sorry, he let the child get stolen.
Spoiler.
Oh
my
why?
God, that's
why didn't he?
terrible.
Why didn't he pick his jetpack?
Why
back
did I
up?
go back for more?
Why didn't he grab his jetpack? He didn't put it back on.
We don't know.
We'll never know.
I'm trying not to
Surprised you don't have tears though. That's I'm impressed.
What?
I'm impressed with you.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
There's literal pain in my throat.
Yes, it feels like having a sore throat. Definitely. Yeah.
But if you got that sore throat biting dog shit. Yep, I can't.
Yeah.
I tried.
You made it through the second bite though.
Fun fact, I don't like milk very much either.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
All right.
It's not pain in the mouth. It's more in the throat.
It's in
That's
the throat.
the weird part.
I just wiped my mouth on my head napkin.
I almost feel like the water helps more than the milk, honestly,
Oh, thanks.
with this one. Like the water cools the throat fire a little
I
bit.
just want a deep throat icicle right now.
Hey, we should have got some.
Oh.
We do have ice cream for later.
I don't know which end to put it on. It just keeps coming.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh, breathing makes it worse.
Just don't breathe. It'll be good.
Mm-hmm. Like the water helps for a second.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's just go to the next one.
All right.
We have to.
I'm gonna need a refill on my milk, I think. Excuse me.
Widowmaker?
No.
All right, it's you asking me this time, right? Or
Sure.
I'm confused. I don't know which way is up or down. Is this real life?
It is indeed. Oh, actually, I think the bomb just masks that. I don't taste that at all, really. You used to work in the Total Argosy, a luxury dinner cruise company.
Royal Argosy.
Royal Argosy.
Yeah.
What's the craziest story you had from working there?
That hurts so bad. I worked. It was a cruise ship. And there was like a lot of rich people came on all the time. And so during the holidays, it gets booked up a lot. In the month of December, I had 3 days off, not consecutive. One of those being Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I worked, I think the longest shift, I worked 3 20-hour shifts. I went to a friend's house in Seattle, slept for 2.5 hours, got up, did it again.
Wow.
And did it. And I think I worked, those 3 days off were in the back end of December, so I think I worked almost 3 weeks straight.
That's crazy.
It was pretty nuts. I don't think I ever worked that much in my life.
Yeah.
I was young too, so
It helped.
it definitely helped. But yeah, it was so much work. And I was a dishwasher, man. So I'm like between, on the bottom of the boat, engine on one side, fuel tank on the other, and I'm just covered in, fish and food and water, and it's like, your feet are wet the whole time.
Yeah.
It was crazy because I was also working at Denny's at the same time. So I had actually, it was just after the December time frame. Apparently I liked getting abused with too much work. So I started working at Denny's. Once things slowed down, and did that for
Added that on top of it.
for 7 months straight of double jobs, one in Seattle, one in Lakewood.
Wow. Fulfilled your dream of watching a man pee his pants.
I had no idea what I was in for. Yeah. I moved on up though. I got from dishwasher to server.
That's
I
awesome.
was waiting tables like a real grown up. So that was
Paid your dues.
fresh out of high school. Yeah.
This one burns the lips more.
Does it? Yeah, I can kind of.
No.
We're on Widowmaker.
No.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna deviate from my plan here. How did you get into showing horses? What was your favorite memory from showing horses?
Oh boy. My aunt actually kind of, I think, convinced my parents that would be a good idea. Something for me to try, a good activity. I was homeschooled, so I did martial arts, but I didn't do a lot of extracurricular activities, didn't play sports, anything like that.
Yeah.
So something new to try, new hobby, that type of thing. So I started showing my aunt's horse, and then eventually got my own horse when I was 13. For my 13th birthday, actually. My, that one gets to the throat.
Yeah.
My horse trainer at the time, Bob Ashby, may he rest in peace, awesome guy. gave me his horse. So,
Wow.
And then I had Boss, the horse. He was 30. He lived till he was 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good age for a horse.
Favorite memory would be that, getting Boss for my birthday and then having many, many years with him before he passed away. We were both 30 at the
That's
time.
crazy.
Yeah, we were both the same age.
Same age as your horse.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's awesome. Well, shaking it up.
Yeah.
Gotta uphold the tradition.
Let me just put some in the middle there. And we'll get there. All right.
The last dab.
I've been trying to channel my... I think that's enough. My inner Paul Rudd here. Try to be cool through the whole thing, but...
Hey, you still didn't cry.
Not yet.
You wanted to. You're waiting for the cameras to shut off. I'm gonna keep them rolling until the batteries.
Let's be honest here, man. I got nothing to hide. I am not shy about letting the tears flow.
Yeah.
But no, I'm trying to hold it together a little bit. See what I can do.
You're doing good.
All right.
All right.
Dab it. Did you get it. Okay. Cheers. That one's a little straighter.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah, a little more
Got
rigid.
attention there.
A little more rigid.
Try not to cough.
Half again.
Yeah.
I can actually taste it.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
My lips are numb.
Well, I think we found a new way to do a COVID test.
Yeah. I can
Can't taste any of these.
Yeah. Then you know.
You're in trouble. All right. All right. Is it me asking you a question first?
I think you asked me the last question. So.
That's right.
And this is the final question, huh?
Well, it's final one, man. We're here. We got it.
So I had numerous great questions on here that I came up with all by
I'm
myself.
sure you did.
Oh. We gotta go for a epic one. Who would win in a battle, Mega Man or Goku?
Oh, Goku.
Hands
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. I mean,
You answered that really quick.
yeah.
Yeah,
Goku
I think
can
Goku. Yeah.
destroy planets.
Yeah.
I love Mega Man. My favorite game, Mega Man 2. If you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. But at Goku, hands down, yeah. The guy can teleport across the galaxy,
Oh yeah.
and then you got some in your beard there, bro.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I use the right towel. Is it down low?
You're good. You got it.
Good.
Yeah, I just don't want you to find that later and
All right.
hate yourself.
I don't want Amy to find that later.
Yeah. All right. You have a private jet for 3 weeks, and it will stop in a different city
Each week. Each week.
each week so you can train. Which cities do you stop in, and who do you train with?
3 weeks. San Diego, Salo Barrow, University of Jiu-Jitsu. Make sure I go down and train with my great friend Alan Moeller in Dallas, Texas. And where else would I go? Probably to Connecticut to visit my friend Rich McKeegan at the jiu-jitsu school that he trains and teaches at over there, Bushido Jiu-Jitsu. Or also, I think, what's it? Manchester BJJ. It has 2 different names.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We did it, man.
We did it. The bomb is definitely the worst. Just as everybody attests.
Whoever made that
is evil.
is evil. It's sadistic. It doesn't taste
I
like...
think some bread might be in order.
The roof of my mouth is smooth in a way that it doesn't seem natural.
No.
I'm not even sure I want to put anything else in it right now besides liquids.
I feel like I need this to absorb some of the sauce in my stomach.
Yeah.
The bomb is still
the worst.
Yeah.
I know they say that the Scoville level is lower on that, but than these two.
That was like an artificial sore throat. It like literally felt like
Yeah.
when you're sick and you have a sore throat.
It's just pain.
Yeah.
It's pure pain all the way through.
No, it's crazy.
Fuck you.
But we did it.
Sean Evans, that man does this
It makes it look
over
easy.
and over and over again.
Crazy.
Sometimes in consecutive days, apparently.
And asks amazing questions every time.
I have a whole new respect for that guy.
Definitely.
For sure.
Awesome.
All right, man.
Well, thanks for doing
We did
this
it.
with me. And
My
thanks
pleasure.
for our lovely ladies for helping us set everything up.
Yeah.
Your evil wife for putting extra Da Bomb on there.
I was so angry when I looked at how much was in that cup. That was terrible.
Awesome. Well, we're probably never going to do this again, everybody.
No.
Next
No.
time you see us, well, I'm sure we'll be talking about something Star Wars related again. This is a one and done type of thing. I appreciate Brian doing this with me today. Everyone take care. Have a good one.
Enjoy.
Woo.